Hey guys, I'm back with another video about what the Source F1 cars are. I hope you're all happy about that.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
If you didn't watch the last video, please watch it. It was really good, and also thank you for the views. So we're talking about the Source cars from 2018 to 2025. So I would say,
Gentlemen, a short view back to the past.
2018, an amazing Formula 1 season between the title fight between Vettel and Hamilton. And we had the Williams abomination. They had a Russian paid driver, Segun, I don't really know how to pronounce his name, and some other guy I don't remember.
Line as they come through Sander Vort. Vettel, is he ahead of Gasly? They're going to go wheel to wheel up Beau Rivage here. Sebastian Vettel and Pierre.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Gasly, oh, what has happened? We need to know who's going to come out in front as we see Lance Stroll hitting the barrier and going over the curb one more time.
And with such amazing drive combo of a Russian and Canadian pay driver, we absolutely knew that the season would be absolute garbage. To be fair, it wasn't all their fault that the season was so bad. From 2018 to 2025, there were quite some aerodynamic changes, and Williams messed those new changes up. And that was the reason why the car was so slow. And the one job you have to do as an F1 team is build the car on time for the preseason tests. Williams forgot that. They didn't have a car ready for the preseason test in Barcelona. That's just, I think, the most embarrassing part of the season. They only scored 7 points over that whole season.
Oh shit, here we go again.
For this season they had Giga Kubica and
What the fuck was he doing?
with Kubica and Osama bin Russell's driver lineup. That doesn't sound too bad for a driver lineup, but the car was so shit, it only scored 1 total point of the season. That was in Germany, where I don't know how Kubica did it, but he somehow dragged that car into P10. To be fair, almost half the grid DNF'd that race, so...
Oh shit, here we go again.
This time that as a driver lineup again of George Russell and the greatest F1 driver of all time, Nick Latifi, undoubtedly the greatest.
So on board now, we saw Max Verstappen have a spin here. Oh, he got onto the curb, didn't he? On that the yellow sausage curb as well.
Not even sure. I think it's probably before that. I think it's...
The car was basically the exact same car from last year, but somehow even worse because they didn't develop it. Haas in 2021 actually had a reasonable reason to be shit. That reason is called Ferrari. I'd think, what do the Red Clowns have to do with that? It's pretty simple. Ever since Haas joined in 2016, they always have based the car off the last year's Ferrari. And 2020 Ferrari built the shitbox, so Haas had to develop their own and they weren't good. For a driver lineup, they had Michael Schumacher's son, Mick Schumacher, a really talented driver, and we have our third paid driver, Nikita Mazepin, whose dad is friends with Putin. That explains a lot. While Mick tried to put that thing into the points, Mazepin was busy spinning all the time.
Nikita Mazepin, it was a decent start from just ahead of him and then scooting past his teammate Mick Schumacher.
Yeah, that's what I thought. He got a bit trigger happy with the throttle and went off and had his own accident.
Please like and subscribe, would really help out the channel, and now let's continue. 2022 was a season with quite some rule changes.
Oh shit, here we go again.
Most of these rule changes, Williams built a shitbox. It's just unbelievable how bad they were again. It's like the 4th time in this video that I mentioned them. Really unbelievable. And the driver lineup, they of course still had the GOAT of F1, Nicholas Goat TV. Either way, the car only scored 8 points of the whole season. 6 of them were scored by Alex Albon, a really talented Thai driver who was part of Red Bull, but then got fired because, why not? Red Bull fires the driver all the time, like, you know, and got sent by Max Verstappen to the fucking second driver heaven.
That's what I'm talking about! That's why he's the MVP! That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
Greatest driver of all time, only managed 2 points, and those were in Suzuka, Japan, in a really chaotic race.
Oh shit, here we go again.
Haas this year actually had a pretty good start to the season, but then fell off really hard, and for a driver lineup this year they had Nico Hülkenberg, really talented German driver, and Kevin the Viking Magnussen, so a really good driver lineup, you might think. And that's also true. The car, like I said, looked decent in qualifying, but the only problem was it shredded to the Pirelli tires to absolute cheese after a few laps. With that they couldn't push and had...
Brother, what's that? What's that, brother?
Greatest achievements of the Kick, Stake, Sauber F1 team was painting the car like fart lines. To be fair, there was a reason for that. And that reason is called...
Hello, I like money. What
In 2024, there was a deal between Audi and Sauber that Sauber would turn in 2026 to Audi, and because of that they moved all the engineers to the 2026 project instead of the 2024 car. But to be fair, it's kind of working. Audi's performing really good in its first season.
And he's lost rear load, and
from the camera at turn 2, big impact into the tyres.
so those
And even after they kicked out Jack Doohan, with Franco Colapinto, he didn't perform any better. French engine went on strike the whole time.
Difficult. Something else burning at the back.
In total managed 22 points of the whole season, and all of these points were scored by Pierre Gasly, while Doohan and Franco Colapinto failed to score any.